Many of the refugees stranded in Belarus on the Polish border are Iraqi Kurds who have been chosen seeking asylum over living in Kurdistan because of tyranny, tribalism, and government corruption in Kurdistan. Farzaneh Ansarifer, sister of Farzad Ansarifer, one of the victims in November 2019, has been briefly detained by intelligence agents and has been pressured to cancel her brother's anniversary. Lack of regulation and poverty have led profiteers to trade women's egg cells. Advertisements of this new business are in many bus stops and busy places in Iran. More than 50% of nomadic female students drop out of primary school due to poverty and lack of proper educational facilities, said the Director General of the Ministry of Education for the Development of Educational Justice and Nomadic Education. The Kermanshah court sentenced an environmentalist to death. Bromand Najafi killed a poacher after a fight with him. The court found him a murderer and sentenced him to death. Protests of public sector workers of Kerman Coal Mines Company due to the transfer of these mines to the private sector. Yemeni Houthi militants affiliated with the IR have taken some of embassy local staff as hostages after storming the US embassy in Sana'a and looting its property. Following this vicious act, the US Congress has called for the return of the Houthis to the terrorist groups. Jalal Bahrami, deputy mayor of Tehran, says that a 13-hectare plot of land in the south of Tehran has been set aside for burying the victims of a possible earthquake in Tehran. The athletes of the Iranian national team were supposed to go to Lebanon to participate in the Asian competitions, but the Bodybuilding Federation announced that the trip had been cancelled due to unfavorable security conditions in Lebanon. On November 16th, people gathered in protest of the chaotic situation and the negligence of the earthquake victims in Bandar Abbas. The earthquake caused panic among the people, but in such circumstances, the governor of Hormozgan did not even get off his car while visiting the area. Amir Asadullah Zadeh, an Iranian powerlifting athlete who was in Norway for the World Championships, has left his hotel since the Sikh asylum in Germany on November 10th to escape the accompanying intelligence guards. In the first half of this year, 2,490 people, 2,123 men, and 367 women lost their lives due to drug use in the country. Poverty and addiction are the only achievements of the Islamic Republic for Iran. According to reports in the past few years, about 60% of fatal road accidents are related to the vehicles of the brand Pride, which is a figure of more than 5,400 people killed each year. Qasem Bahrami, known as Shaydai Hamedani, was released on bail. According to the Instagram story of Mohsen Bahrami, the brother of Qasem Bahrami, this Iranian poet who was arrested in September 2021 has been temporarily released on bail. Shame on the government of the Islamic Republic. Symbolic movement of Iran Air retired employees with an empty tablecloth. They still had not received their salaries for October. Hassan Nourouzi, the deputy chairman of the Judiciary Commission of the IR Majlis, confessed to killing people during the November 2019 protests. "I was one of those who shot at the people in November 2019. Who dares to challenge us now?" he said. Since this morning, hundreds of thousands of Isfahani citizens have gathered in support of farmers on the bed of the dried-up Zayande Rud, demanding the reclaim of water rights. Hours ago, the internet in Isfahan was severely disrupted. The Aban Tribunal performed the anthem Khune Arghavan, used by Fadayan organization, and ended with expelling a man who was raised the lion and sun flag in the audience by Shadi Amin, one of the organizers. Shadi Amin has been a member of the Fadayan organization for many years. The Parliament's Research Center ordered to announce that the government needs 307,000 billion tomans by the end of this year, and this money should be obtained through government revenues. Mohsen Rezai, the government economic deputy, has announced this budget deficit as 450,000 billion tomans.